Setting up a standalone hardware MIDI controller to the Mooer GE250. First, make sure you have the latest firmware, version 2.0.6. You can see which version you are running when you boot the machine. If you are not running this, pause now and go to Mooer's website to download the firmware and update following their instructions. This will also download Mooer Studio, which we will be using. With your GE250 connected to the computer via USB cable, open Mooer Studio and first create a backup. Now, put your patches in the order that you want, starting with patch 1A. If you want to keep some of the preset patches for later, simply copy-paste them into an empty patch. For this demo, I'm using an Akai MPD26, but this can be done with any standalone 5-pin MIDI-capable and programmable device. Connect the MIDI out port of your device to the MIDI in-out on the GE250 with a 5-pin MIDI cable. On the GE250, select the System button and scroll down to MIDI settings and confirm that it is set to MIDI in. Then go to Settings and select PC Mapping to see the list of patches and their assigned program numbers. To assign a pad on the MIDI controller to activate patch 1A, select the desired pad, press Edit, scroll to Program Change, and hit Enter. Then move the dial to 000 and hit Enter again. This has now assigned that patch to the desired pad on the MIDI controller to the GE250. Repeat this process in sequential order to assign more patches to additional pads. Your MIDI controller might be laid out differently, but will follow the same general process of assigning program control numbers to a pad. Follow this procedure until you have assigned as many patches as desired. To create the stomp box effect, we will assign an on-off toggle for the individual effects. Press the System button on the GE250, scroll to MIDI Settings, Settings, and select CC Reference. Here we have the control channel list for each individual effect on the GE250. Take note of the control channel you wish to assign. The values to the right show that any variable within the full range of MIDI variables will trigger the effect on and off. On the MPD26, we must assign CCs to a fader. The values go from 0 to 127, so moving the slider will quickly toggle the effect on and off rapidly. To simplify this, we will narrow the values to be a binary going between 0 and 1, aka on and off. Bump a fader to bring it up on the MPD as the fader we wish to program. Select Edit, Control Change, and first change the control number to the corresponding effect listed in the GE250 CC reference. Now move to the right and set the values between 000 and 001. Press Enter. Be sure to save your programming on your MPD or other MIDI controller when you are finished, as well as create a backup in Mooer Studio of your new GE250 layout. Now when we move the fader between the bottom and top positions, the effect will be toggled on and off. Repeat this process across the faders for your desired layout. The faders will respond to whichever patch you have loaded and will only need to be programmed once. Note that if your patch already has an effect turned on, the slider will reverse to off and on, but still function the same. Thanks for watching, and keep rocking out.